October 2013. That's when Nest released the Nest Protect, the first mainstream smart smoke/CO detector. Now, since then, we have not had many options in that category. We've had a ton of security cameras, video doorbells, smart locks, DIY alarm systems, but not that many smart smoke and CO detectors. Well, today, we're talking about a very rare new addition to that category. Let's get into it. What up, everybody? George Langabeer here. When it comes to home security in the smart home, we tend to focus on protecting our family, our homes, and our stuff from criminals, which is obviously very important. But on the flip side of that, we sometimes tend to overlook general safety. And that's where devices like smart smoke CO detectors come in. And like I said, we haven't had a really good addition to that category since Nest released the Nest Protect back in October 2013, which is just nuts. But today we are talking about a new addition to that category from Xsense. We're talking about the SC07W Smart Wireless Interconnected Smoke CO Combination Alarm. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about the specs. I'm going to talk about the app. I'm going to give you my review. And let's start with the unboxing. All right, now that we've unboxed, let's talk about some specs. Before we do that real quick, I just want to thank Xsense for sending me this detector. This is not a sponsored video. They just sent it to me to try out, and I've been looking for devices in this category for so long. I said, heck yes, but when it comes to my review, I'm going to tell you like it is. All right, specs. Price-wise, $44.99. Then we've got wireless interconnection. What does that mean? It means if you have multiple devices, if one of these sounds, they'll all sound. You can also do a customizable wireless network. So if you have a large home or if you have a business and you have multiple areas you want to protect, you can actually set up different networks in those different areas. You can also quickly locate the source alarm. So wherever in your house this is going off because of smoke or CO, you can tell because the main one will be flashing red. The other ones throughout your home will flash red and green. It has a built-in informative LCD screen where you can see the CO in parts per million, you can see the battery life, and you can also see the device status. Now, I just mentioned battery life. This has a 10-year sealed battery, so you won't be replacing batteries. You'll be replacing your detector after 10 years. This is indoor use only, has an operating temperature of 40 degrees to 100 degrees, and that's Fahrenheit. Okay, those are the specs, short and sweet. Let's talk about the app. All right, so you're going to want to get the Xsense Home Security app available in the iOS App Store and the Google Play Store. Once you have the app, you're going to go ahead and hit the plus button to add your first device. All right, then you're going to find the specific alarm that you have. In our case, we've got a combination smoke and CO alarm. Select that. It's going to find your device wirelessly. You're going to select it to add it. Then you can change the name, and that's what I'm doing here. Select your region, make sure that's correct, and then you select the room that you're putting the device. It's going to tell you how to install it, and I'll show you that real quick. It was very easy to install. Coming back to the app, you're going to press and hold the button for 5 seconds until the LED indicator flashes blue, then immediately tap Operation Confirmed before the LED light goes off, and then tap Next. Once you're good there, you're going to select Operation Confirmed. It's going to show up there as it's trying to connect. You're going to put in your Wi-Fi information. Then it's going to connect, and then you're good. Device added. Now let's talk about the other features in the app. All right, so we've got our home screen. It tells you what location you're at. Again, that's what we named it. Then you've got the plus button to add a device, and then you've got that shield. If you go to that shield, that is Xsense's Protect service, and it provides 24/7 fire dispatch when you need it. They've got a Protect Premium and Protect Basic, and then you can kind of see the different features of each one there. But it's great to have that extra layer, and they do offer a 15-day free trial, which is pretty cool. But you can pick the plan that works for you, but it's 100% optional. You do not need that. Me personally, I did not get the Protect plan. Going back to the home screen, there you've got devices and locations. So if you had different locations, they would show up here, but we've just got the one device. I'm going to go back to devices. Then you've got your devices listed there. It tells you it's a combination alarm. It tells you it's in the living room. It tells you it's online, currently no smoke, and currently tells you the ppm of the CO level. It also tells you your battery level there. And if you hit that button, you can share it. So you could share it with your family member. And then you've also got your settings wheel. Settings wheel, it's going to show you that you're detecting smoke and CO. It's got the name of your alarm, the location, which is which room it's in, the Wi-Fi network, the event history. So if you click here, I've got 4 different alarms there. And you can go into a calendar for your different events. I've only had the 4, and that's good. You don't want a lot of events in this thing. Notifications, you've got several different things you can select here. Smoke alarm triggered, smoke alarm ended, CO alarm precaution, CO alarm triggered, CO alarm ended, device silence, device test, device malfunction, and low battery. You can also be notified when it's offline. Go into device information, you got your serial number, your firmware version, module, firmware version, IP address, MAC address, Bluetooth address. Help and feedback, that's self-explanatory. Device sharing, again, you can share this with a family member. Then you can remove the device down below. Then if you go to the bottom, you've got your home screen, you've got your history. That's another way to get to your history. If you had one of their cameras, you could do a video shot of the actual incident. And then to the right, you have your account information where you can manage your homes, critical alerts. You got different options there. There's your Protect plan if you decide to do that. I've just on the free trial at the moment, but I'm not really using it. Again, you've got help and feedback and a little bit about Xsense. That's the app in a nutshell. All right, moving on to my review, my pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. I like the design. It's very well made, especially for the price. I like the LCD display. I like what it shows you, but it just has to be in a spot where you can actually see it. Now, I tested this with some canned smoke. That's the best I could do in an apartment like this, but I found it to be very responsive when I sprayed it. I also found the alerts on my phone to take about 10 seconds. But in addition to that, I was also alerted because of the cool new features on the HomePods. So I got the alert on my phone from Xsense, and I also got the alert on my phone from my HomePods. Little double layer of safety. I also like that they offer their Protect service, but it's not required. But that Protect service does offer a nice layer of security if you want it. Overall, this combination alarm is a great value for the price. I think it's very reasonable at $44.99 for what it does. All right, let's talk about the cons, and there's not much to talk about here. This is a pretty straightforward device, but I suppose one con is that I couldn't test the CO alarm because I didn't have the right fake tester. So if anybody knows of one out there, because everyone I've tried, I don't trust, and I want to make sure if I'm going to test it and telling you something that it actually was truly tested, and I couldn't do that. So I suppose that's a con in itself. So again, let me know in the comments if you know what I can try. And then the other con is this doesn't have direct smart home integration, Google Home or Apple Home or whatever it may be. Now, I really don't know if that's a con nowadays Because for most of you, if you've got Google Home or Apple Home, you're going to have a Nest camera or something like that, or a HomePod, and those can detect smoke alarms. So whether you have a dumb alarm that doesn't have any smart integration, or you have a smart alarm like this XSense, those are going to double up and send you alerts on your phone anyway within the platform you have. So Google Home, if you have a Nest camera that detects these smoke alarms, it'll alert you. For me, a HomePod, as I showed you, I got alerts in addition to XSense. So you can make them smart very easily and then have that backup layer of being alerted in the XSense app. So it's not even really a con in this case. And that leads me to my final thought, which I know there's going to be an argument out there. Are these even relevant in 2024? And my answer to that is yes. What's wrong with having an extra layer of security and safety? So even though this is just in the XSense app, it's still going to alert you. It could still save your life. And think about this, if you have Nest cameras or HomePods or whatever it may be that can detect dumb smoke alarms, you might have smoke alarms everywhere, but you're not always going to have Nest cameras and HomePods everywhere. So what if something happens on the lower level of your house and you've got a HomePod upstairs and it doesn't hear that dumb smoke alarm? Then bam, it doesn't help you. So if you've got this cheaper $44.99 for these alarms all over the place that are going to definitely alert you on your phone, that's wonderful. And it's a much cheaper way to do it than getting HomePods all over the place like I have, or Nest cameras all over the place. It's just a lot cheaper to do it that way. So yes, definitely relevant and nothing wrong with having an added layer when it could save your life. All right, there you go. Great value for the price, very well-made device, and very responsive. And that's what it's all about when it comes to saving your life. What do you think? Have you ever tried XSense's devices? They've got a lot of different safety devices. I would love to know if you know of another smoke CO detector that I haven't thought of. This category has been so lacking in the last 11 years. If you've got one you'd like me to review, please let me know in the comments. All right, subscribe to the channel. I say it all the time, past, present, future subscribers. I very much appreciate your support. You're wonderful. Thanks for being here. Until next time, peace and love.